Welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel, to our loyal viewers, subscribers and Patreon members. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strike save lives and prevent the further loss of life. Yes, we are all about saving lives, and this channel, we at the Jamaica Young Police channel, aid criminals, their beneficiaries, their supporters, their financiers with a passion, and we do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscription, your likes, or comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Moving on to today's video. Yes, we want you to look at your LCD, and right now you're looking at an officer. His name is Officer Porter, and he had accidentally killed a Jamaican woman. When we say Jamaican woman, both parents are Jamaicans, but she's a born American, and she was in training as a police officer. She always wanted to become a police officer, and she was accidentally shot and killed by Officer Porter. So the family, there's an outrage from the family because of the sentence that he had received. They see it as, they saw the sentence as a slap on the wrist because he was a police officer and what had happened. So his first name is Jesse. So we want you to watch this video. You watch, you listen, and you decide.
Broken family that wants answers and really your help to keep their loved one's name alive. Marissa Mannion was a special police heartbroken family that wants answers and really your help to keep their loved one's name alive. Marissa Mannion was a special police officer shot and killed during a training back in August. Her family spoke with Katie Lusso tonight.
She have to laugh, she have to smile.
Marissa Mannion was a special police officer, a mother to a 4-year-old little boy, and to her parents, Shireen and Radcliffe.
Marissa was the love of my life.
On August 4th, while at a baton and handcuff technique training at the Anacostia Library, police say Marissa was shot and killed by retired NYPD officer Jesse Porter. Investigators say he was leading the training. It had just wrapped up. They were taking pictures, joking around that Mannion was never ready, and as she paused to take off her mask, Porter allegedly pulled out what he claimed he thought was his training gun and pulled the trigger of what was actually a live gun.
Why is there a loaded gun in the library? There shouldn't be. It was a baton training that day.
The past few months, a nightmare for this family who say they have more questions than answers.
Family is frustrated with the lack of transparency from the D.C. government, and Officer Mannion was one of their own.
They also want the surveillance video from the library released. And just last week, Mannion's mother wrote this open letter to Porter.
She felt it was important that Mr. Porter understand just how great of a loss his actions have caused. Mr. Porter is able to go about his day. He's free. When the Mannion family is sitting here now during one of Marissa's favorite holidays, missing their loved one.
Now, around 7 o'clock tonight, I reached out to the law firm representing Jesse Porter to see if he's read the letter, what their response is to all of this. Well, we have not heard back yet. Now, tomorrow, the family, they're holding a walk in memory of Marissa Mannion. Anyone is welcome to attend, and they really just want to keep her name and her memory alive. That is tomorrow at 10 a.m. at the Anacostia Library.
So before we continue the journey, we at the Jamaica Young Police channel would like to express our deepest condolences to the Mannion family. Yes, on the loss of their daughter. And we know that words cannot comfort and bring her back. We know that the pain that you feel, it's real, losing her, especially your only child. And just may the good Lord continue to bless and keep you guys and strengthen you mentally, physically, and spiritually. And we know that you will find solace in remembering the good times you spend with your daughter. At times people question and ask the Creator, why? Why my child? Why this, why that? But as they say, the Lord knows what is best for all of us. Sometimes we as human beings, we experience various stresses of life, and this is one of them. We hope you find some comfort knowing that your daughter had made you guys proud. Officer Jesse Porter, no relation to us. We do not know the man, and we do believe that his actions were not deliberate. It's just carelessness on his part, based on the video that we had watched of the before the shooting happened and even after. And we want to thank the news station for their reporting, and we're able to pass it on to you, our loyal viewers and subscribers, to get a gist of what happened. So we'll continue the journey here at the Jamaica Young Police channel. Yes, so you're looking right now at Officer Jesse Porter, no relationship to us here at the Jamaica Young Police channel. And based on information received that he accidentally killed a woman who is of Jamaican parent in Washington, D.C. So, it says a retired police lieutenant fatally shot a woman during a training exercise at a Washington, D.C. library, authorities said. Jesse Porter, no relation to us at the Jamaica Young Police channel, a former lieutenant with the Metropolitan Police Department, was arrested after 25-year-old Marika Mannion of Indian Head, Maryland, was killed, according to a statement from the Metropolitan Police. Jesse Porter is accused of involuntary manslaughter. Porter's attorney, Kevin Gardner, declined to comment. That was a Friday. Porter was working for a private contractor that was training police who worked for the library system when the incident happened Thursday afternoon, police said. Officer Porter was teaching officers how to use expendable batons when he fired a single shot from his firearm, police said. But look, if you're training somebody to use baton, how your gun come into play? I don't understand that. That is just carelessness. And as a police officer, you supposed to, after you spend so many decades in the police force, your mind supposed to know that right there, that's where your firearm is, and it's a lethal weapon. So while in the conference room, Officer Porter discharged a single round from a firearm which struck the deceased. A firearm was recovered on the scene, police said. There were about 6 people in the room at the time of the shooting, including other library police officers. The city's public library system has its own force of full-time special police officers. Metropolitan Chief Robert Conte said it was unclear why Porter had live ammunition during the exercise. Police are some egoistic people, It's not good practice, Conte said at a news conference. I am not sure why the trainer had a live weapon in the training environment, but it is not a good practice to do this. A police report filed in the Superior Court for the District of Columbia detailed witness account of the shooting. When an officer arrived on the scene Thursday at the Anacostia Neighborhood Library, Porter was one of 2 people performing cardiopulmonary resuscitation on mania. Officer Porter said that the officer in the group was taking a class picture and joking around when he removed his weapon from his holster and heard it discharge. The defendant repeated something to the effect, I thought I had my training gun. Why did I do this? Is she okay? The police report said. Although Porter had a weapon with live ammunition, there were multiple brightly colored plastic training guns found incapable of firing projectiles and commonly used in law enforcement training, the report says. The shooting was captured on library cameras, the report said. Mannion brother, Radcliffe Mannion, of Prince George County in Maryland, said Friday that his sister was a lovely person. He said she was a mother and cared for her father. Radcliffe Mannion said his family was grieving and figuring out what had happened. He said his siblings' ultimate goal was to enter a government job as a police officer. This was her first step. Radcliffe Mannion said she wanted to get into the government by age 25, which she did. Antonio Planners he works for NBC News Digital, and Ellen Kwang worked at Associate Press, contributed to this article. Family of the slain police officer Marissa Mannion to sue the district over deadly training session shooting. So Tuesday, September 12, 2023, the surveillance of the shooting that killed Mannion, it was circulated all over. Reuters have learned that the family of Marissa Mannion, a special police officer shot and killed by former DC police officer Jesse Porter during a training session, will file a lawsuit against the district. On August 4th, 2022, 25-year-old mother and special police officer Marissa Mannion attended a training session conducted by former cop Jesse Porter at the Anacostia Library in DC shortly after 3:30 p.m. Officers responded to the scene for a reported shooting and located Mannion unconscious and with a gunshot wound. An investigation determined that, for whatever reason, Porter pulled an handgun during the session and shot Mannion. That is just reckless and careless behavior, by Officer Porter. You can't play with gun them with it. Them train you as a police officer, and at all times you treat even an empty gun as if it is loaded. So you cannot never forget that. That's why you don't point one at somebody unless you intend to use it. You understand? So Porter, he pull his gun, pointed on Mannion, and he used it and killed her. So Lataya Francis Williams, an attorney representing the Mannion family, said the lawsuit came about following the confirmation that Porter killed Mannion in the capacity as an agent with the District of Columbia. So in a DC, they have their own government. You understand? So Francis Williams went on to explain that the suit is an effort to hold the city accountable for the incident and get compensation for the family. So they want to make sure that the little our son that is left, who is that he'll be well taken care of, and the mother and father more or less one or both of them are the beneficiaries. Yes, so we'll continue the journey. So the shooting took the life of the special police officer Marissa Mannion. In the video you can see Mannion circle in green poses for a photo with a group that includes Jesse Porter circled in blue. Just seconds after the photo is taken, Porter suddenly pulls his gun from his holster and a shot goes off, hitting Mannion. Why him pull him gun? Only God I must be Satan playing in him head or something. You can't do that, man. According to witnesses, Porter pulled the gun as a joke. You don't play a gun or something you play with. Them teach you that. Them teach us that at the Jamaica Police Academy. That's it, the academy that the American government fund and did all the necessary so that we could police move from Port Royal to Twickenham Park to train. So just seconds after the photo is taken, Porter suddenly pulled his gun from his holster and shot Mannion. After the shooting, Mannion and Porter appear visibly distraught. He is later seen with another person trying to perform CPR on Mannion. Chelsea Lewis, a lawyer representing the Mannion family, shared the following response regarding the video. Watching Officer Marika fight for her life on the floor of the Anacostia neighborhood library with her killer towering over her in her final moment was heartbreaking. The District of Columbia bears a heavy responsibility for allowing such a tragedy to occur in a public library against one of its public servants. We are calling for investigation into the multiple suspected policies violations we observe on the surveillance footage, which include allowing Porter to enter the library with a loaded gun and permitted him to remain just feet from where Officer Mannion was gunned down, handcuffed and armed with the weapon that killed her, surrounded by his former Metropolitan Police Department colleagues. Our community deserves better protection and oversight from its governing body. The Mannion family is committed to ensuring the public is granted access to the surveillance footage because the event that led to the death of Officer Mannion are a matter of great public concern. Along with the lawsuit, Mannion family is also calling for investigation in a possible policy violation by Porter. On August 25th, Porter was sentenced to 3 years in prison for the shooting and got credit for time served he already served. After the sentencing, Mannion family and representation described their disgust with the ruling. Lewis called it is far too a lenient sentence. The family is extremely disappointed with the sentence imposed today. Lewis said, "It is not only a slap in the face, but it seems as if the court completely disregarded the family's heartfelt pleas for justice." Yeah, so the family was upset that Porter 3 years get for kill her. And we at the Jamaica Young Police Channel, we pretty much, we support tough sentences, especially when it comes to people's life. Because we only have one life, and based on Jesse Porter's behavior and his action, you cannot do that. That one life people have in it. And you as a trained police officer, and you're an instructor playing around with gun, you don't do that, man, and kill a young lady. She had 25. But the system works, so you got 3 years because it's a plea bargain. That's how it works in America, because there's no malice involved in the killing because it's accidental. But some people would say it's deliberate, because if it was a white person, that although Porter is black, if Porter had killed a white person, the court system would treat him totally different. He would not, the court would not be that lenient with him. But that's how it is at times, sometimes people, get a second chance. He was a police officer for over 3 decades, more or less he has to get pardoned or something like that for even have access to guns anymore. Because that's how it is in the United States of America. But it's really sad still, looking at this young lady. But based on some excerpt from the investigation, there were some people who were in the class training with Mannion, and they have said some things that you could say that there was implicit malice towards Mannion by Porter based on their interaction. They did not like each other. You understand? So that's why they, some of them believe that the killing was deliberate, and that's why the family is outraged. You understand? But that's how the system works. Justice, they say justice is served, and they say justice is blind. As we have said before, our deepest condolences to the Mannion family at this time. There's no words that can heal the pain that they're feeling. The only thing that they can do is just remember all the good times that they had with her when she was alive. And the memory of her will forever etch in their brain. And we at the Jamaica Young Police Channel want to express our deepest condolences on the killing of this young lady, Marika Mannion. We pray that the family, the parents, the son and brother find solace knowing that she is in the arms of the Lord. The memories of her will forever etch in your brain, and we pray that her soul rest in peace. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.